Right, hello everyone. Long time no see and all that. I'm making another update video. Yes, yet another update video. Some of you are probably rolling your eyes and such, but this is also going to be one that answers the questions from the Q&A and stuff like that. Also, I'm sure some of you are wondering a couple of things at the minute. One, yes, Jingles, I can see you are playing Morrowind, but where the hell are you? And the answer to that question is, well, on this sign over here, I think. Necrum. That is where I am. I am in Necrum. Where is Necrum, you may ask? Well, Necrum is down the road from Altbazara, apparently, and Ceylon. And where is that on the map? Well, it's over here, actually. There's Vardenfell, there's Solstheim, there's this stuff. And there's Necrum, right over there. If you're a bit confused, it's the latest version of Tamriel Rebuilt came out quite recently, and I've been I've downloaded it and I've been exploring it a bit and stuff like that. And this is Necrum, which I've not been to yet. It's like the big holy house Indoril city or whatever, and it's a big deal and stuff. It's where like all the dead, important dead dark elves are buried and that kind of thing. So I'm kind of eager to see what it looks like. So yeah, we're going to be walking around here while I do this update video, just so we've got a bit of nice scenery, as opposed to just sat there on my webcam looking at my face all the time. So yes, well, first of all, let's get the update stuff out of the way. University's going alright, I've settled in very nicely and all that kind of jazz. So the internet connection's not probably quite as bad as I thought it would be. It's alright-ish as far as upload speeds go. Not perfect though, you know, but never mind. Oh yeah, the other thing you guys might be wondering is what the hell are those black bars at the side of the screen doing? That's because they're there because I just switched over to using Bandicam instead of Fraps, and honestly, Bandicam is like a million bazillion times better than Fraps. It honestly is. Only the problem is I've not quite figured out how everything in it works just yet. So that's why those are there still. Hello, Ordinator in morning. What do you have to say? Oh, you say you've been attacked by assassins, blah blah blah, whatever. We're the Ordinators in mourning. Anything else to say? No, apparently not. I don't think they've keyed in quite all of the dialogue yet in this version, but most of the places in this, even though I don't think there are any quests yet in the game, well, for this area of the game, they do still have unique dialogue and stuff in the game, so that's kind of neat. Oh, this looks fairly grand. I'm expecting something at least on the scale of Vivek here, or Mournhold, so we'll see what's in here, shall we? Looks pretty cool so far.
What is it, citizen?
What is it, indeed. Now then, let me think. Right, so yeah, moved in. Internet connection's not probably as bad as I thought it was. Main obstacle to overcome when it comes to recording new videos is, well, there's two things actually. One being that I just don't have a lot of time to record, as compared to the way I kind of used to. Which is kind of a pain, really. But it can be overcome, I suppose, just so long as I budget my time efficiently and such. I'm still overcoming kind of that weird barrier of doing all these YouTube videos and recording them in a house where I live with other people who really don't know much about me doing this and stuff like that. So it's a bit strange. You know, and that kind of thing. But what the hell is this? Chamber of Parting. We'll go on then. Yeah, the other problem is, since I came here, my computers and my big desktop PC, I'm actually recording this on my laptop right now, you see. Hence I don't have all the flashy graphics mods installed and stuff. My desktop PC can't seem to be able to connect to the wireless internet here, which means that anything I record on that has to be sent over to this laptop via, you know, the network, or, well, I can't even do that, can I? Because I can't connect to the network. So it has to be carried across on here via USB or something. And you haven't heard a lot about me, you're lying. So I have to put it on manually across onto this laptop, and then from the laptop I upload the videos to YouTube. So that kind of means that recording stuff like Oblivion is such a serious pain in the ass, because while I can record it just fine, like there's so much work involved in trying to get it uploaded, if you know what I mean. So that's a pain as well. Yeah. So, who are you, Bradis Lalo? This is the Chamber of Parting. If they select you to do so, families may hold a period of mourning while the bodies of the departed rest here before being interred. Speaking frankly, this is not a place for ordinary pilgrims. He's head priest of the charnel works. I perform the sacred rites needed to guide the departed to their resting place and prepare their body for cremation and oversee the work of the other priests. Be careful about what you say and do in the city above Necrum. What? Outlander, this city is a holy place for all Danmer, and all the ordinators in mourning will not take kindly to any perceived insults to our ancestors. City above, what's that? High above the city to the south rises the fane of the ancestors, one of the 3 most prominent places in tribunal faith. Ooh, I love this. More places to explore, but anyway, you won't get to see it in this video, unfortunately. I really love Tamriel Rebuilt. It's so cool. I've had heard some people say they don't want to play it for some honestly quite silly reasons, like it's not made by Bethesda, therefore they don't think it's officially canon, and therefore they don't want to play it. To which I say bollocks, because Bethesda is not going to come back to Morrowind within another game, I don't think. So if these guys want to add, as you can see on here, the mainland of Morrowind and milk all the lore that already exists that Bethesda made in terms of what these places are like to the bone, and you know, create as lore accurate as a world as they possibly can, I say go for it, and you might as well bloody well play it, because half the stuff that's made in here is of better quality even than Bethesda originally put in Morrowind when they made it. So, you know, you're missing out if you don't give this Tamriel Rebuilt a try, in all honesty. I'm just saying. But anyway, that was a bit of a tangent that probably shouldn't have gone on. No mind. These are just houses, aren't they? And some cacti. Interesting. So yeah, I suppose that's kind of it really. Other than because of the little situation with my computer not having internet, I'm actually going to be doing. People have been asking me like, are you going to be doing other Let's Plays and stuff like that? Which I'll kind of get to a bit later on in the Q&A section of this video, but just for those of you who can't be bothered with the Q&A, I just want in the update. I will say now, yes, I'm going to be doing some more Let's Plays. Me purchasing Bandicam is actually one of the main reasons for it, actually, because I needed Bandicam to record some of the games I want to record. If you see what I mean, I've got a bunch of before I left, see, because I had this funny idea that maybe for whatever reason I wouldn't be able to connect my computer to the internet. So before I left, I actually bought a bunch of games off of like goodoldgames.com and Abandonia, aka the 2 best websites in the entire universe, and I installed them. So I have a bunch of interesting games I'd quite like to do Let's Plays of. But I needed to get Bandicam in order to be able to record them properly, because a lot of them are all DOSBox jobs, and Fraps is incredibly weird with DOSBox stuff, you know. So answer is yes, I will be doing more Let's Plays and stuff like that. I won't be doing more Kaiserreich though, because Kaiserreich is literally the most time-consuming thing I have ever had to try and record for this channel, and I really do not have time to record that at the minute. I barely have enough time to record just even like Oblivion or something right now, let alone Kaiserreich, where half of the game isn't even actually recorded. I just have to play in the background and then come back in when new stuff happens, you know. So yeah, no more Kaiserreich for a while. Me going to university like this is one of the reasons why I stopped it in the first place, because I knew it wouldn't have time to do it, and we came in that way, didn't we? Yeah, so anyway, I suppose we had better move on to the questions, yeah? So, okay, right, I've got them all written down here, so, let's start off with, oh god, right, okay, yeah, guys, like, Don't be offended if I completely mispronounce your username, by the way, because I'm bad at pronouncing stuff as it is, and some of you do have some usernames which are open to interpretation, as it were, a little bit. So anyway,
citizen.
Out of my way, you bastard. There we go. Okay, ooh. The hell's this place? Don't get distracted. Let's just stop and admire the view for a bit. Anyway. Okay, so, first question comes from Werried23set. That's a bit of an odd name, but we'll roll with it. And he asked, actually, this is kind of a fun little question, I suppose. He said, will Idris ever find love? I think it's kind of neat how those of you who do watch the Oblivion Let's Play have kind of latched on to Idris as a character. And you've kind of really caught on to exactly what it was I'm doing in that Let's Play, or trying to achieve with that Let's Play, in terms of me telling a character's story as opposed to simply just playing a game. So that's pretty neat. This question I thought was really cool as a result of that. So, yeah, will Idris ever find love? I have no idea, quite frankly, actually. Idris's tale is an unwritten book as far as I'm concerned, you know. I do have certain parts of the Let's Play. I have a basic framework of what I'm doing with the Oblivion Let's Play in my mind, but most of it I kind of want to play semi-blind. It's one of the reasons I picked the two sort of main quest mods I'm going to be playing through, quest lines I'm going to be playing through are modded ones, for the simple reason I've not played them before and I want a kind of blind experience, so I can I'm free to develop the character outside of thinking, right, I'm going to do this quest line, then I'm going to do that quest line, and have, I don't want to have the whole thing planned out in my mind before I set off into it, if you know what I mean. So, who knows what kind of characters Idris is going to meet on his journeys and stuff like that. You never know. I know there's more than a few companions you meet in at least one of the quest lines I've got installed. So who knows as far as he gets on with other characters and stuff. Good question though. I did appreciate that one. So next question comes from Farah Bumblebee, and they ask, do you like or play rugby? I don't play rugby. I used to play it back when I was at secondary school. Just as sort of compulsory PE lessons and such like that, and I did enjoy it actually quite a lot. I do like rugby. I don't really watch like the sort of championship matches and stuff like that. I do kind of, in a way, support the Saints, I suppose, the Northampton Saints, but I've paid almost zero attention to it. I mainly just watch like the international stuff, like the Six Nations, Tri-Nations, World Cup, etc., that kind of stuff. But yes, I do like rugby. I do enjoy it rather a lot. I think it's a fantastic sport. Next question comes from PandaMage22, and that's, what's your favourite pizza topping? My favourite pizza topping is that one you can get, like, anyone who's ordered from Domino's will know what I mean, like the meat feast ones, or like the Meteor, I think they call it, where it's like bacon and pepperoni and like those little meatballs or whatever, like, and the ground beef you get on them and stuff like that. Basically, yeah, that's probably my favourite. And with the barbecue sauce on it as well instead of the ketchup. It's just utterly bloody divine. Freaking love it. Yeah, that's definitely my favourite pizza topping. Just anything with loads of meat on it, I guess. Quite a carnivore, really, when it comes to that stuff. And if it's spicy as well, that's an added bonus. So yeah, that's my favourite pizza. Malevolent Entity asks, what you studying, dude? And I assume you mean, like, what am I studying at university and such? Well, I have, like, gone over this before, but for those of you who are unaware or just sort of missed that, because I probably mentioned it in a video that you didn't watch or something, I'm studying BA illustration, as in I am doing a degree in... oh, little benches. Let's quote-unquote sit down on one. I'm studying a degree in illustration. I'm going to become an illustrator. Well, at least that's the plan for now anyway. Who knows really what'll happen in the next 3 years. But yes, that's what I'm doing. I'm studying illustration. Next question, Deruza asks, might we see a Skywind LP on this here channel? The answer to that is, I have no idea. Like, it's going to be a very, very long time until Skywind, or whatever the hell they're actually calling it these days, gets to a point where it's going to be remotely playable, let alone remotely LPable. If it ever does reach that stage, I will be two things: one, surprised, and two, considering an LP of it, because why the hell not? I think it might be quite cool. But yeah, it just kind of relies on them getting it to a state whereby it's actually worth doing a Let's Play of, as opposed to, like, in hindsight, More Oblivion, in the state it was when I did a Let's Play of it, was probably not such a great idea. It was still kind of quite buggy. Playable, but not very LP friendly, really, I don't think, in hindsight, but there you are, I guess. Next question. Martin Mexican Man asks, could you give my Slender LP a look? Normally I kind of frown on people advertising in my videos. I find it really, really, really annoying, but since this was specifically a Q&A video and that is a question, I will let it pass for now, and the answer is yeah, if I have time I'll give it a look. Next question is from Dunma777777777777777. That is their actual username, and they asked, will you ever do Daggerfall? The answer to that is, I don't know, maybe. Kind of almost probably not, though, because Daggerfall, the dungeons are the main thing that puts me off Daggerfall, really. The odd dungeon crawl is nice, but Daggerfall's dungeons are horrific labyrinths of doom, and you will spend 20 videos watching me just try and fumble my way through a single quest in a single dungeon before I finally decide I can't find whatever it was I was supposed to be looking for in there, and I leave the dungeon and never go back. Which is what normally happens when I get a quest in Daggerfall to do, which involves a dungeon. So the answer is probably not, really. I don't have the attention span to do Daggerfall. Honestly, it would be like 500 videos long, at least, to do a complete playthrough of the main quest, you know. So, yeah, answer's probably not, but you never know. I might just do it as a special thing, maybe once. Next question is from Archmage Vanguard. They asked, if you had a superpower, what would it be, and what would your superhero name be? Well, my superpower would probably be, I don't know, it'd be pretty cool to be just indestructible, like completely and utterly indestructible. Not immortal, but like you couldn't actually be like physically wounded or killed or anything like that. That would be pretty sweet, I think. Like you could just walk out in front of a speeding bus and like the bus would hit you and you'd be like totally fine. You'd just carry on standing there and the bus would have like a person-shaped dent in the front of it. You know, I think that'd be pretty awesome. Personally, being indestructible, you know, I think that'd be pretty neat. What would my superhero name be? I gave this some thought, by the way. As an important question as this is, I gave this some thought. I would be called Roundhead, and my costume would be like, I dress up as like a parliamentarian soldier from the Civil War, you know, with like the round-headed helmet and like you know, the creamy jacket and the cuirass and everything, and I'd dress up like one of those and I'd go around doing superhero stuff, and I'd be called Roundhead. So yeah, that's what my superhero name would be. Thanks for that question.